Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim, she was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting? You want to know what they all had in common, though? They were all writing tell-all books. And I'll Be Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? There's too many coincidences. Fuck you, Honeycomb. We gonna get you and your little dog, too. Run as fast as Cassie did.
Celebrities exposing the system and unveiling conspiracies are the norm in the entertainment world. As it seems, Jaguar Wright has some on-point claims regarding the truth behind the doom of Uptown Records members. Allegedly, she claims that Sean Combs, aka Diddy, gets rid of everyone who tries to expose his dark secrets. Because 3 out of 5 members are dead now, leaving only 2 alive among us. The most interesting and common fact about all of them is that they were all writing tell-all books. I'll Be Sure has been writing a documentary about his life, but then he goes into a coma. But have you noticed, has anything ever happened to Diddy? Even fans have their own doubts about Diddy sacrificing the celebs to cover his secrets. So is there any truth to these claims that Diddy has something to do with other celebrities' deaths? Did he really sacrifice them to stop them from exposing his dark secrets? Let's uncover the truth together.
Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, I'll Be Sure just came out of his coma, and I've been talking to Al, and we've been texting back and forth, and I'm just glad that he's alive to text.
Well, as you see, Jaguar just reignited the viral rumor claiming that Diddy is responsible for Kim Porter's death. She was clearly raged over the news, recalling that they have been planning to meet soon. But with Kim's death and Al, who has been recently in coma, things will never be the same. Now she is just relieved and happy that they can still talk to each other over text because Al is alive.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack.
With all the deaths, some things just didn't sit well with Jaguar. It's really hard to believe how these famous celebs died so suddenly. Andre Harell, founder of Uptown Records, died at the age of 59 due to a heart attack. Till his death, Harell worked to bring lifestyle to the forefront of mainstream media. He even said, "My goal is to bring real Black America, just as it is, not watered down, to people everywhere through music, through films, through everything we do." Fans also couldn't believe the news, but nonetheless grieved over the great loss. One of them said, "What a loss. We lost a titan today, a true titan of Black music. Rest in power, Mr. Harell." Another added, "A legend, a visionary. R.I.P. Andre Harell." Heavy D was said to have been found dead on his kitchen floor, and the cause of death also seems to be a heart attack. But his loved ones are still waiting to find out more, which has been covered behind the blinds. One of his friends even tweeted telling him that Heavy would be remembered. "You lived your life the way you wanted to. Anyone who didn't like it. You always brought a smile to my face, bro, and lifted any room you were in. R.I.P. Heavy D." And now Kim Porter died from pneumonia. But there is more to it, because in the first coroner's report, they said they found toxins in her body, which proves that she had been poisoned. And you might know that there are poisons out there which can create heart attacks and pneumonia-like symptoms. Soon, another coroner's report came stated that there was no known history of drug abuse or alcoholism and no signs of trauma. Well, this whole drama does not seem like a cover-up. Even fans are claiming that something is going under the table, and everything is pointing toward Diddy, who should be held responsible for these tragedies. One of the fans clearly said, "He sure did sacrifice her." Another commented, "When you make a deal with the devil, God will shine life of judgment. Justice for Kim."
Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma.
You might still deny it, but this lady here does have some solid cards to lay out. It's actually astonishing that all the dead celebrities do have a common thing between them, and that is they were all writing tell-all books. Now, only God knows what little dirty secrets Diddy has to hide that he didn't hesitate to sacrifice them all just for his own good.
Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest of them, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone. Just him.
And bang, Jaguar just hit right on the spot. The question of whether Puffy ever goes into a coma actually raised many eyebrows, because it's not that he's the luckiest person in the world who can't be harmed over. Besides, it's actually difficult to believe that people who worked at the Uptown Records from the beginning are gone now or almost died, but nothing ever happened to him.
What the is going on in that relationship that $250K ain't enough?
Could see some things.
That ain't worth $250K. That's got to be some dark.
Another important matter came into light with the help of none other than Jaguar Wright. She raised a point why Cassie Ventura refused $250,000 a month, which could be dream money for anyone. But for her, it wasn't enough. Now, the situation does give a lot of space to create many theories. Many speculate that she might be a witness of some big bad secret that can't be told to a single soul. But if $250,000 isn't enough to seal her lips, then we can only assume that Diddy must have a really big secret to hide.
But their father is the devil. He the devil.
For her, Diddy is responsible for the deaths, and that he is the devil himself who just wants to get rid of everyone who knows his dark secrets.
Well, the official story is that Kim died suddenly at the age of 47 from complications of pneumonia. On the morning of November 15, 2018, Kim was found unresponsive in her home in Toluca Lake, Los Angeles. Authorities were called, but sadly it was too late and Kim was pronounced dead at the scene.
Recently, some interesting things came up about Kim Porter's case that might point to the fact that Diddy can be a major suspect in this whole fiasco. Rumors of foul play have been going around for years, and many even suspected that Diddy was somehow involved in Kim's death. As you may recall, Kim Porter, who shares 3 children with Sean Combs, died due to pneumonia. Many were left perplexed that Kim Porter, who was only 47 at the time of her death, died of pneumonia. Well, this is something that didn't sit right with the public. Though her death was confirmed to have been a result of natural causes, many still do not believe it. One of them is Al B. Sure, who publicly claimed that Kim was murdered, suggesting that somehow Diddy is hiding the real truth behind her death. Now, in your opinion, did Kim Porter really die of pneumonia, or was her true cause of death still needed to be discovered? Recently, Al B. Sure uploaded a photo of him and Kim Porter, accompanied by an eyebrow-raising caption: "Life imitating art, art imitating life." Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running a marathon. I said, call the FBI. Shortly after uploading the image, Al B. Sure noticeably edited the last part of the caption and removed any mention of the FBI. Well, this is not the first time Al B. Sure has shared a cryptic message about Kim Porter's death. Last summer, the 53-year-old producer shared a now-deleted video of his initial reaction to Kim's sudden death. The part of the upload that caught most viewers' attention was the caption in which Al B. Sure explicitly refers to Kim's death as a murderer. I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Lady KP's, aka Kim Porter's, murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell Martin and Tisha Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson, asked me if I was okay and did I hear the news. The 52-year-old singer continued, "I had no clue. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix, and she was in fantastic health, as well as laughing seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here." Albie still believes that Kim's sudden death doesn't make much sense and that he will surely find out whoever caused her death. Even fans are convinced that Albie is telling the truth and accuse Diddy for sacrificing Kim. They all demand justice for Kim and all other celebrities. One of them commented, "Kim deserved better. Enough people have spoken out about her death and the deaths of others, and why that there definitely seems to be blood on Diddy's hands." Sadly, the LA police have a long history of covering for these entertainers. Hopefully, as his body count continues to rise, maybe one day the FBI will step in and bring him to justice, because Diddy is a monster and Diddy has been very sloppy with his secrets. So there's no doubt that other mysterious deaths will continue to occur in order to keep them. Albie is not safe and Jaguar is not safe. I'm very glad these brave souls keep exposing the dark secrets. It's our only hope for ever seeing justice. That's it for today. Until next time, goodbye.